Essex skittled for 99 by Fletcher 6 for. After almost 3 years of waiting, Nottinghamshire finally have a first-class win to celebrate. But could they build on that result against an Essex side smarting, held to a draw by Worcestershire, and desperate for a win that would be key to keeping their title defence alive? There was a battle of former England teammates early on, and Broad, steaming in with the new ball, got the better of his former skipper. Cook out caught behind. A few overs later, Fletcher dealt with Wesley, and in spectacular fashion, off stump taken out of the ground. Brown and Lawrence ticked the score past 50 and kept going. They were threatening to establish an important partnership. Lyndon James made sure they wouldn't be able to do so, Lawrence out LBW for 14, and Notts having the better of the morning session. Broad then dealt with Walter, out LBW for a duck, to keep up the momentum. Essex then made it to the sanctuary of lunch without further damage done, the score at the break, 71 for 4. They'd had just 6 before Fletcher had another, Tendescarter out LBW for 6. The afternoon was taking on a similar look to the morning. And another for Fletcher. Wheater strangled down the leg side, and Essex's innings coming apart at the seams. Nick Brown was the only Essex man able to really find his feet, and his resistance came with a 50. A quick single getting him there off 103 balls. With the score 1 run from triple figures, Fletcher had Brown out, his full delivery well caught at backward point. Then a 5th for Fletcher all of 2 balls later. Snater caught behind for a duck, and the big man had a 5-fer to his name, and he didn't look like stopping there. Siddle lasted just 1 ball, out LBW, 3 wickets now on the over, and Fletcher on a hat-trick. Lyndon James wrapped it up in the next over, Porter LBW for a first ball duck, and Essex all out for 99. Little then for Essex to cling on to bar Brown's top of the order half-century. Luke Fletcher had run through them, finishing with new career best figures of 6 for 24. The Notts opening partnership has been a consistent one in recent times, Hameed's twin tons a few weeks ago fresh in the memory, but he'd have to go on without Slater this time, the opener out to Snater. And Duckett didn't fare much better. Porter pitched it up, and he could only guide a catch to Wheater behind the stumps. Clark and Hameed saw them to 50, the interval coming soon after, the score at the break, 55 for 2. They carried on after the break, looking to eclipse their visitors' total as quickly as possible. But Notts would need to do so without Clark. He was caught behind off the bowling of Snater for 15. Hameed, though, was still there, and he'd been proving difficult to dislodge, but this time he'd be unable to play his way to a milestone knock. He was out to Snater, another for the Essex upstart, and 1 run shy of a half-century. James and Mullaney, though, brought a stop to the Essex success. Their partnership took the side to 3 figures, and they showed no signs of stopping. Soon, it was worth 50 runs. Notts were showing the champions how to do it. The pair brought the 150 up for the hosts as the shadows started to lengthen across the Trent Bridge surface. Mullaney plundered his way to a quick-fire 50, another big shot enough to take him there off 57 balls. Bad light saw the day come to an end, both men still at the crease and nearing 200. The score at the close, 188 for 4.